Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up guys, Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert, do your own research. Okay, so this is BTC USD on the 4 hour. Let's just take a look. What are we seeing? We're seeing just higher lows across the board. You can see that this 200 EMA, this red line here, has acted as support several times, but it's currently being tested right now. So what do I mean by support? Generally speaking, when there's a large gap between price and the EMA, the initial area will act as resistance on the first tap. And I go into this in a few other videos, but yeah, this is like the basic concept is that like because there's a large gap between price and EMA, when price initially taps it, that's going to act as some sort of resistance area, generally speaking. And price didn't even have the strength to get up to that area before going back down. So what do we see though? We saw price flip the 200 EMA and it is now acting as support. This is the first time that we've seen it act as support since March of 2022. And currently right now, it is acting as support. Generally speaking, you want the lagging EMAs to act as support, and we've seen that twice. Excuse me, I have a slight cough. And right now, it's being tested again. So, from an overall market structure perspective on lower time frames, I think that you can still call this a bullish market structure, but I don't think it's super convincing. Meaning that you know, it is making higher lows across the board, but these highs are not super convincing in the sense that they're not very strong. Like we're just more seeing this slow, grindy price action where price is just like slowly kind of grinding up, slow dips. It's not really super clean, as you can see here. So I don't think that you can really call this a clear bullish trend by any means, personally. And we're currently seeing, too, that this 200 EMA is being tested right now. And it's looking like it's going to get tested again, and it might potentially trade underneath. Whereas you've seen the last few times on August 5th and August 10th, price tapped the 200 EMA, had a nice reversal, and again on August 10th, quickly tapped the 200 EMA and had a nice reversal. This right here, the strength is not quite there, and it's probably going to get tested again. If you're looking at it purely from price action perspective, again, this type of price action is very, very. It's hard to really cleanly see too many levels. In my opinion, this kind of 22.5K area is an interesting area, and you wouldn't really want to lose that area, in my opinion, if you're looking at it again just from a pure price action perspective. To me, that was like kind of like a last like real low that was set, kind of like this, as I said, this kind of consolidation area right along kind of early August, like August 5th to August 10th or so. And this kind of area was like the last real long that, or I'm sorry, the last real low that was formed. And I don't think that you would want to see that lost overall if you're a bull. Again, I don't really think you can really call this a super clear, clean trend by any means, especially on lower time frames. It just looks choppy, and you know, I don't really have any super strong opinions. I personally felt, and I still feel that 28K is going to get tapped, or around that area. You know, it doesn't have to be 28K, but it can be around that area. But you know, as of right now, it doesn't look great. So maybe we see like another test down to like 22.5K, and then maybe like we go back up. Certainly possible, but again, this higher highs and higher lows type of price action hasn't really been seen as much on Bitcoin. It just seems very grindy, and it really isn't super convincing either way, in my opinion. So for me, I'm not trading Bitcoin. I'm just in spot bags right now. I think that if Bitcoin does lose this 200 EMA on the 4 hour and it goes to 22.5K, I think we're going to see some alt destruction in the short term. And I think that it might be a decent idea to start shorting some coins that are already looking like they're overheated, stuff like OP and stuff like that. But because I think that if Bitcoin does fall, then I think that, you know, coins like that are going to dump even further. But as of right now, 200 EMA still support for now. and if you want to consider this kind of like this higher low, if you consider this last area, this 23K area, the last like significant low, then you'll want to see like a higher low formed. You don't necessarily want to see that low get taken out. So that's kind of my overall thoughts on Bitcoin. It's really not super clear to me, as I said. Still believe that 28K is going to come, but again, not super convinced. And it is important to also take the overall trend, the high time frame trend into consideration, where this is still just a bearish trend. Like overall, it's not bullish by any means. It's probably just another bear market rally. The question is if the rally is done or if it's going to have the strength to make its way to 28K. It very well could just be time to dump. I don't know, and I don't know if this is going to be the overall macro lows. I've long stated that I do believe that like kind of this 18, 17K area is going to get tested at least once more. If this is the macro bottom, you are going, in my opinion, going to get another chance at those levels. At least as like a double bottom type of pattern. So, maybe price makes it up 28K. Maybe it just dives down now. Maybe we see some sort of like double bottom like this. It doesn't have to necessarily look like this too. It can take a little longer as well. Like, maybe it looks like this. Maybe it's like makes his way up 28, then comes back down, and then like chops a long time, for many months, and then something like this, or potentially new lows. Maybe it comes back up, maybe it starts to die, and then like maybe it's shitty bounce, and then like maybe we start making our way down to like 16K. I don't know, but I think it's just important to really stay very fluid with your overall thoughts. I think that getting married to any sort of macro view is really just asking to get smacked down. It's really important to also redistribute and rebalance your portfolio during these times. Like I definitely have been cutting some of my old shitty altcoin bags and just buying or just putting the USDC or just Bitcoin or Ethereum. I think those are just like better plays than those low shitcoin projects. But again, still a high time frame bearish market structure, but still potentially bullish on the lower time frame, such as the 4-hour. So still kind of eyeing that for right now, and I still think that it's gonna be okay until this 200 EMA gets lost, and then it's potentially something that we could see similar to like late July, where price dips underneath and then price trades underneath it. It's like a slight deviation, and then just continues its run. Maybe we see like. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we see like this SR level right at 22K. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to look like, but for right now it is a little bit scary. So, quick peep at ETH USD. ETH did in fact hit some of these monthly levels that I had charted, and if you want to look here, I charted the 1 month here. Why did I choose this level? This is the monthly close in July 2021. And it's shown to be a very interesting level as an SR level as well, where price tapped it as support there and then nuked below it, and now price is price didn't hit this. I chose this monthly level. Where was it? Here below. These were like the swing lows, and price is now hitting. I think this is a weekly level. Sorry for the confusion. Not even a weekly. This level, I don't even know why I marked it, to be frank and honest with you, but price is just pulling back. I think that when you see price action like this type of cluster back in May, you don't really know which of these levels are going to be the resistance area. It could be it's usually one of these daily closes. So like any one of these probably could have been like the resistance area that price has to chew through, but for whatever reason, this is like this level around kind of this 2000. It's just like a very psychological number. 2000 level was what price chose to pull back on. So what are we looking at now? These are all monthly levels here below, and ETH certainly looks better than Bitcoin overall. But it did get close to this 200 EMA on the daily, and it is probably not going to make it up there. Would have been a good short had it come, but didn't. Still a bullish market structure on lower time frames, in my opinion. So, these are more clear higher highs and higher lows. So I would like to see some sort of higher low, but it's really important to note that the merge narratives are probably mostly done, and it is a high time frame bearish market structure context. So I don't necessarily know if this is like a spot where you like necessarily have to buy the dip. I mean, as I said, yes, it is still bullish on lower time frames. Yes, you can maybe like assume it's just going to hit like a higher low and then just continue up. But I do think that the bulk of the move is done. So just keep in mind that that like the merge narratives could be getting close to over, and this overall nice little month-long rally that we had could be getting close to being done here. So definitely something to note. For ETH, I don't really have too many like strong opinions on it personally. Like the trend for me, I'm still going to be looking on lower time frames is bullish. So I'll be considering that, assuming that it'll hit some sort of higher low and then we just continue up. But as I said, the risk reward at this point is probably not that great. So we'll be looking for some shorts right around the low 2Ks if we get there. Those are my kind of overall thoughts for ETH. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for the support, guys, and have a good weekend.